Here's how I made a tabletop horse racing simulator. I live in Utah, and unfortunately these nerds behind me won't let me bet on horses, so being the devious bad boy that I am, I've decided to make a machine that will allow me to bet on horses with my friends. The first step is to 3D print these mounts for these stepper motors to be attached to, and then attach those to an acrylic base. And then I cut down some timing belts, and they wrap around the motor and an idle pulley on the other side. And then I 3D printed these cute little horses and made my family spend an afternoon painting them, and so each person painted one. It was actually a really good time, and they turned out really cute. But once they're all painted, we attached them to a linear rail that's then pulled by the timing belt. I hooked up the electronics and got the motors working, but then I had to actually tell these things to race, so I coded that. And then I added some more electronics with some LEDs and some buttons to start and stop the thing. And these get mounted to another acrylic board as well as some little miniature turf. It has little slits cut into it for the horses to run down. And then we screw this piece on top of the device, and then I also added another little piece of turf on the back for a flower garden. And the last step was to make a box for this thing, so I cut down some walnut and used these cool little right angle joints to glue them together, and then the whole thing just slides in and it's done. I think this thing turned out so cool. I feel like it really captures like the horse racing aesthetic and feeling. But the last thing to do was invite my friends over and give them a bunch of $1 bills, and we bet on this thing.
Come on!